Some of you find your life is so full that you can't take the time to better yourself. You're reminded of a story that Stephen Covey told. It's about a man who's cutting lumber, cutting timber in the woods. And he's cutting timber all day, and finally a passerby comes by, and he says, you know, if you'll just stop and sharpen your saw, you can cut a lot more timber in one day. The woodsman thanks him and says, but you don't understand. I don't have time to sharpen my saw. I've got to cut all this wood. Our leadership becomes that. We forget to take time to get better. And that's what Catalyst University is all about. It's about pouring into you as a leader. You know, too many of us are living our lives and treating time as our enemy. Our schedule manages us. We have gone from a get-to world. Remember that when you first started in leadership? I get to go do something. To now that same thing as a have to. Oh, I have to go do that. It's the same thing. What's the difference? The difference is you compounded your schedule. You didn't give yourself capacity and time to be great. And we talk about that because you're going to hear great things today. You know, I remember the first time I went to a leadership conference like this, and I sat in a room not dissimilar to this, and when I left, I was on a mountaintop. Man, I was going to change the world. I was going to absolutely change the world. I was going to reinvent our talent strategies. I was going to erase poverty, stop human trafficking, and completely reinvent the global coffee trade, all when I got back to my office. But I got back and realized I couldn't do any of that. None of that could I do. It isn't that I didn't have the talent. It isn't that I didn't have the passion. It wasn't even that I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the time. I looked at my calendar and realized there was no time to meet my own mission, to meet those resources. I had no space, no capacity, no chance. And then I got great advice from a mentor, a member of my board of directors, who said, Ron, what you're going to have to learn is to say, no, not now. 3 pretty simple words. No, not now. Not no forever. Not hell no. Not no, what's wrong with you for asking me to do that? Just a simple no, not now. And that was what we want to talk about for the next few minutes. You know, as a leader, I'm grateful to be presented with unique opportunities. But there are times I just don't have the right to say yes. I can't freely give away my time or capacity. Those things I've committed to others. I've committed to my family, to my team, to my organization, to the outside boards I serve on, to the individuals who I make commitments to. But most importantly, I made a commitment to my own mission, to those things that drive me, that are unique, that only I can do. And as leaders today, we hope that you get closer to finding those unique things that only you can do. But you can only do that if you learn those 3 words. No, not now.